Keeping a close eye on your forecast, and things are calm and quiet across the southeast right now, but some changes on the way for your work week ahead. I'll be breaking down all of those details coming up.
And breaking at this hour. And good morning and thanks for watching Fox 10 Midday. It is Monday, June 2nd. I'm Vanessa Pacheco, joined here by meteorologist Jennifer Lambers. And we're kicking off a new week, but we're also kicking off a new month with some pretty good weather, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right, Vanessa. The good things is that things look calm and quiet out there right now. Let's go ahead and take a live look at conditions that I'm tracking across the southeast right now. Just starting to see some of that sunshine out there, some clear, calm, quiet and dry conditions to start off for this Monday. Looking in just a little bit closer, still just starting to see some of that sunshine, some of that light cloud cover that's beginning to pop up for portions of Mobile, Baldwin counties, especially the Florida Panhandle, but it's really not disrupting much. We've noticed a little bit difference in this picture at the very beginning of Studio 10. It was just bright blue skies, no clouds out there. Now what we're starting to see is just more of those clouds beginning to pop up, really just some of those puffy white cumulus clouds from our Navigator Credit Union camera at the Battleship. Traffic moving smoothly out there. Was a little sticky to start off for today, especially if you're driving across the Bayway or the Causeway. Temperatures just resting in the lower 80s, dew points upper 60s, so it feels like temperatures straying away just a little bit. It's nothing drastic out there. Temperatures all across the Gulf Coast seeing some of those lower to mid 80s, so really beginning to warm up. Not too bad, however, once you take the humidity into account. So the feels like temperatures, the heat indices, almost on the dot. We're straying away by about 2, maybe 3 degrees out there. This is something that we can enjoy, and as we get further along into the rest of this afternoon, the dew points, that measurement of humidity, it's going to be sticking around in the mid to upper 60s out there, so feeling better. Not as great as what we felt on Saturday when we really started to know that knockdown in humidity, but we'll still celebrate it for today and tomorrow when we're in that noticeable category. But if you notice by Wednesday, getting closer towards Friday, we start to introduce more of that humidity. The dew points go up and we're going to be resting in the mid 70s out there. So it's going to be feeling a little more sticky and feeling hotter once you take those feels like temperatures into account. That's going to be the main changes that we're starting to track here on the forecast, but I'm going to talk more about what you can expect over the next few days. All of that's coming up in just a little bit. Vanessa.
With Jen.
And taking another look at your forecast, a live view outside down on Dauphin Island. Just starting to see some sunshine out there, some puffy white cumulus clouds, a nice breeze. Things are beautiful, and it's only going to continue that way heading into the rest of this afternoon. Temperature is going to be maxing out lower 80s. Humidity is still not super high out there, but I'm going to be breaking down more of your work week forecast coming up when we come back.
Okay, welcome back. Okay, listen to this first story. A teenager from Northern California got more than they bargained for while trying to rescue their family's dog.
Yeah, so the 15-year-old from Nevada County spotted the family's dogs in an abandoned well shaft last month.
So the teen jumped in to try to rescue them, and guess what? Got stuck.
The Nevada County Fire Department then responded.
Firefighters used ropes to pull everyone to safety.
And the operation took about an hour.
The teen was not hurt, but the dogs were suffering from dehydration.
Everyone is doing well now. What a rescue right there. I'm trying to look at some of the video.
I mean, it's trying to do good, but you got stuck as well.
Exactly. Call for help. Yeah. I know that it's your puppy dogs. You want to jump in there and help them, but there you go. You can start to see them pulling up one of the pups right there. Oh, glad to hear everyone is okay.
Yeah. Okay, well, most of Earth's gold lies trapped in the planet's molten core, but it's making its way to the surface.
Interesting. So a new analysis of volcanic rocks in Hawaii suggests that gold and other precious metals, such as platinum, are escaping up into the mantle.
Researchers saw traces of a rare silver gray metal that was likely more abundant in Earth's early building materials when the core developed about 4.5 billion years ago.
As volcanic islands form, gold and other metals eventually make their way to the surface.
And researchers say more of the precious metals will probably emerge if Earth's metallic core continues to leak. But I don't think that's anytime soon, so don't go out there trying to look for gold.
Yeah, I did book a trip to Hawaii, just trying to find some of the gold.
Yeah, you're not going to find any.
Get the gold rush to,
right?
To the Hawaiian Islands.
All right, well, Disney's latest live-action remake took on 2 major new movies this weekend.
So how did our favorite furry blue alien do?
So Rick Damigella has the box office countdown.
Australian horror yarn Bring Her Back debuted at number 5 this weekend on ticket sales of $7.1 million. Another horror story outpaced it as Final Destination Bloodlines landed in 4th place with $10.8 million.
I'm doing this for all of us, whatever it takes.
The weekend's other newcomer, Karate Kid Legends, bowed in 3rd with $21 million.
Showing us their missiles, man!
Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning held on to 2nd place with $27.3 million, bringing its 2-week domestic total to $122.6 million. Lilo and Stitch held on to number 1 this week. Disney's latest live-action spin on one of its animated catalog films added $63 million to its 2-week total, which now stands at $280.1 million. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Okay, Jen, we have to go to the movie theater because there's
I
a few
know.
good ones right now.
I know, and the good news too is that the movie theaters, they're running tons of specials this summer. We've been talking about them on Studio 10. I love to save a buck, so go ahead, check out some of those. I know AMC is having some of those specials, I think on Wednesdays now, but something to check out. Well, going ahead and talking more about your forecast, just a reminder, it's a great time to go ahead, download the Fox 10 weather app. That way you're staying updated with everything that's going on. We do have the hourly forecast, we have the daily forecast, radar, plus also later on Fox 10 Live, Shelby and I, we're going to be, or really Nicholas and Shelby, going to be talking about submitting your pics and videos during the 3 o'clock show. This is going to be your great way to just submit anything that you're seeing out there. But let's go ahead and take a live look outside down in Orange Beach. Beautiful, stunning. This is where I wish that we could all be right now, and that is down at our local beaches. Look at all the folks getting out there, but also I'm admiring how deep some of them are because it is so calm out there, getting closer to some of those sandbars out there, and so it is absolutely stunning. Please just make sure that you are applying that sunscreen over and over again. Temperatures resting in the mid 80s. Feels like temperatures only straying away by about 2 degrees. That is great with the humidity out there. Looking beautiful. Forecast high temperatures later on this afternoon. We're going to be maxing out really the mid to upper 80s out there. Again, with that lower humidity, we're not going to be straying away too far, but changes are on the way for the week ahead of us. Those dew points in the 60s for today and tomorrow, and then by midweek into the weekend, we start to introduce more of that muggy, humid air out there in the mid 70s. It's going to be feeling a lot more sticky out there, but I'm going to talk more about your forecast and what I'm tracking in the long range. That's coming up in just a little bit. Right now, here is a live view outside down on Dauphin Island. We'll be right back with 3 to know before you go.
Is a big deal for fans who have been waiting since way back in 2022 when season 4 aired. Have you been keeping up with Stranger Things?
No.
I think I stopped watching after perhaps season 2 or 3.
I think I'm about the same. After the last season, and then I knew it was going to be a big jump between them. I was like, I'm just going to wait. I'm glad I did. I would have forgotten everything by this point. And so even then they said 2025. Then they said fall 25.
Yeah.
And now they consider Thanksgiving technically fall.
It may change again, guys, but for
so
now,
right now, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. The countdown is on. Let's go ahead and talk more about your forecast. And heading into the rest of today, temperature is going to be maxing up really the mid to upper 80s. Feels like temperatures not straying away too much. That's because the humidity is not as high out there. That'll continue for today and tomorrow morning, still feeling good. And then by the time we get closer towards midweek into the weekend, we turn muggy once again. Timing things out in our futurecast. Again, I have a very generous 5% chance to see some of those pop-up showers, maybe a thunderstorm heading into the rest of today. Chances are low. The reason why is because we still have some of that dry air in place. Things are looking great, but we start to notice more of that cloud cover. But we can't relax too much because it is summertime here on the Gulf Coast. There's still some humidity out there, so it works with that heat to develop some of those pop-up showers. But again, very small chances out there. You have a higher chance of not seeing anything, and some of this might not even reach the ground out there. If you notice it, it might just be falling on your car's windshield. Taking a look at the next 7 days, we will start to introduce more of those rain chances midweek heading into the weekend. And do you remember the big change there? The humidity. That's also when that starts to increase some of those rain chances out there. That heat, that humidity work together. Our mornings turn more mild. Our daytimes get hotter. It's going to be feeling warmer. So enjoy today and enjoy tomorrow.
You know, you were looking at some of those beach cams. It is National Leave the Office Early Day, so I think we have a good excuse today.
There we go. They can celebrate today. National Leave the Office Early Day. Head on down towards the beach.